What is happening, good people at YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're back here in Farming Simulator 25. This is our Rags to Riches series, episode number 17. And in the last episode, we ended off with buying a new mower setup with a forage wagon. We also bought the silage silo, which is down the other end of the farm there, as you can see. And we have a new greenhouse, which is a small fruit greenhouse. We are left with only $773 in the bank, but that is all right, because in this episode, the goal is to make some money. I mean, that's the goal with every episode, but especially in this episode, because we're down to the bare bones here on the farm. A couple things about the setup that we have here. This mower is absolutely enormous on the front of this tractor, and it's probably too big for this tractor. So this tractor with the mower and the forage wagon attached to it is really struggling. So I'm not sure if we're really going to be able to mow any grass, to tell you the truth. We might end up getting stuck, and we might have to sell this mower and get a different mower. So hopefully we didn't get too overzealous in our purchase, but we will see in the next month when the grass is ready to be cut whether this is going to work or not. So I don't know, we might have jumped the gun here. I mean, this mower honestly typically goes on the back of a tractor. We have it on the front of the tractor, which is fine, you can do that, but again, it's just a very heavy mower, and this tractor is struggling. So that brings me to the point of this episode. It's going to be to earn enough money to upgrade our tractor. I mean, I really love the fact that we've used this tractor for 16 previous episodes, but honestly, I mean, you can tell by the look on our face. We're worried, we're concerned. I don't know if this tractor is going to hold out. So, we're starting to get into some bigger and better equipment, and I think it's time to upgrade the tractor to something with a little bit more horsepower. So, we're hopefully going to do that in this episode. The other thing that we want to do in this episode is to buy a trailer so that we can haul the product that's coming out of that small fruit greenhouse. And honestly, I think this mower might be too much, like struggling for the tractor. So if we are struggling when it's time to cut that grass, we are going to sell this mower and get a different mower setup that's available in the shop. And I can show you that if that time comes. I would also love to buy another sawmill and fill it up. Now that could be a separate episode on its own, the time it's going to take to fill that sawmill up. But I do want a new sawmill, and I do want to make a payment towards our debt. We were going to do that in the last episode, got sidetracked. So those are the short-term goals for this episode. I'm not sure how many of them we can get through, but the first thing is to upgrade our tractor, and we want to buy a trailer. So with that in mind, there are a couple contracts we've accepted. We've got a deadwood contract, $750, and we have a fertilizing contract for $1,640. We're going to knock those out. If we have to sell back our mower, I would really love to buy this Pottinger. This mower only requires 70 horsepower, and it is specifically designed for the front of the tractor. And I think it's just going to be a better mower in general for us to use with the forage wagon behind us. As you can see, this mower here is typically designed to go on the back of the tractor, and it requires a 110 horsepower tractor, which I think is what we have right now. I think we have 115 horsepower. So with this and the forage wagon attached to the tractor's just struggling a lot. So I don't know how much money we're going to lose if we sold our mower back. Since we bought it new, we're probably going to take a hit on it, maybe $1,000 or so, and this one at $13,500. Taking a look at the tractors There is a mod that I have downloaded. It is the John Deere 7810. This tractor is only $68,000 and it has 175 horsepower. This tractor is the same as the one we have now, just with more horsepower. It's got a 3-point attacher in the front. You can get a front loader, so that is a good thing. And it would just be able to just do more stuff. So it is a small upgrade for us. The other option is a tractor that is $89,000. It has 230 horsepower, but it does not have the option for a front loader. So we'd have to also buy a skid loader, which all in all would cost us probably another $25,000. But then we could buy attachments for the front of the skid loader that would be for busting up the rocks and also for grinding stumps. So that's a plus. If we have the money to do that, that'd be a great option for us. And then in the trailer section, there are some options that we could use. I love this Klaus here, bang for the buck. I mean, it is 22.5 cubic meters it holds, and it's only 20 grand. I think the next closest thing to it is 28 cubic meters. This is 39,000. So very similar, just a little bit bigger, but I kind of like the Klaus one better. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and detach the forage wagon. Let's go grab our fertilizer spreader. We are going to need that for one of our jobs. All right, we've got 777 liters in here. I think that's going to be enough for our job. We're going to give it a shot. I'm going to go ahead and drop this front mower off. There we go. Let's go ahead and pick up our front weight. There we go. Front weight is attached. And let's go do that fertilizing job. It's just in the field up here a little ways. It's going to make us about $1,600. Then we're going to pop on over and do that deadwood contract for another $750. Oh boy, we took our front weight off and we knocked it over, and now we can't pick it back up. We're gonna have to use our pallet fork and flip this thing back over, or we're gonna have to reset it and send it back to the shop. There we go. Boy, check that out. That was pretty good talent right there. All right, front weight's back on. Let's go do that deadwood contract. All right, that deadwood contract is completed. Let's go ahead and collect our money. All right, between that and the fertilizing contract, we have $3,150 in the bank. And I wonder how much money we would lose if we sold that mower. Well, $11,771, that's not great. I suppose we could take it back to the shop. We'd probably get maybe $12,500 for it, something like that. Still not great. So we would lose a little bit of money on it. All right, speaking of a little bit of money, this fruit greenhouse, we take a look at it. It's already out of seeds. I don't remember how many seeds we put in there. Might not have been a whole lot. But as you can see, spinach, 11,549 liters. That basically is 11 and a half pallets So lettuce, you know, a lot of the products come in 1,000-liter pallets. And right now there are 11.5 pallets worth of spinach in this greenhouse. And that is absolutely amazing, but it is sucking the resources dry. So as you can see, fertilizer, we have 950 liters left. We don't have any seeds left. And herbicide, we have 2,950 liters, so that's okay. But this thing is really sucking through the resources, so we're going to have to spend money to make money. And the other thing I'm thinking is, you know, spinach is the lowest cost product that's in this greenhouse. I mean, what I mean by that is it sells for the least amount. And I think the way these things are running, 600 cycles per month, it's going to be the same amount, whether it's spinach, peas, olives, green beans, or grapes. The most expensive product, the most profitable one, is peas. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to halt the spinach production, and we are going to go ahead and start production of peas. But we're not going to do any of that until we get more seeds. So one of the things that we're going to have to do is go buy seeds. All right, we got a new deadwood contract that popped up, and also another fertilizing contract. So that is pretty cool. I think with this deadwood contract, we could probably go get another tree or two to stick in our sawmill. And I don't really see any other contracts that we could complete. All of the baling contracts are square bales. So let's go ahead and accept the deadwood contract. We're going to accept this fertilizing contract. We're actually going to have to go buy fertilizer because we don't have a whole lot in the fertilizer tank that we have. But first things first, let's go ahead and hook up to this trailer. We are going to go to our deadwood contract. We will probably have to chop up one tree, maybe two trees, and then we'll bring them back here to the farm. All right, this deadwood contract is this way. Now it's only a $900 deadwood contract, I believe. So not a whole lot of trees to be chopped down. And I believe the area that we're going to is a pretty good area. It's pretty open, easy to get a tree cut up and put in our little trailer here. All right, well, the deadwood contract has been completed. We picked up a pallet of seeds, and we have that on the front of the tractor right now. We're going to take that back to the farm, and we're going to fill up our little greenhouse with it. And once we make a substantial amount of money, then we will put more stuff into that greenhouse in order to make more stuff. Like the saying goes, you gotta spend money to make money. All right, let's go ahead and drive these logs through here. Hopefully this thing will suck them all up. And it did not suck them all up. Yep, sawmill's completely full at this point. All right, we actually tagged the sawmill on the map. We could take these to the sawmill and sell them, but again, I don't think we're gonna get any money from these because it's part of a deadwood contract. And I don't think that, I think the Giant Software nerfed the selling of the deadwood contract wood to a regular sawmill. So we're just gonna go ahead and complete this job, and there we go. All right, we got this pallet of seeds on the front of our tractor. Let's go ahead and put these seeds on the ground where you're gonna actually ride the tractor. Next to it, we'll put the seeds in the trailer. There we go. That is 1,050 liters of seeds. And let's go ahead and drive this over to the little greenhouse and we will dump it in there. There is another little bit of seeds over here. Might as well go ahead and throw this in. All right, there we go. More seeds going in. 1,789 liters of seeds in here. All right, let's go ahead and dump the seeds. There we go. All right, so here is the fruit greenhouse. I'm kind of tempted to start peas, and let's just see how much it gets. I mean, I feel like the best thing to do is go with peas because it is the most profitable crop listed in this little greenhouse. So that's what we're gonna do. Switch it over to peas, and we could be known in town for our peas, which, I mean, depending on how you look at that, it could be a pretty bad thing. All right, let's go put our trailer back, and we're gonna pick up our fertilizer spreader. Tell you what, I'm getting pretty good at backing this trailer up. Some trailers are definitely easier than others. All right, fertilizer spreader is attached, and we definitely need to go get some fertilizer. So we're gonna head to the shop, we'll grab some fertilizer, and then we're gonna do that fertilizing contract. It's in field number 87, so we're gonna have to pass the shop on the way. And man, that school bus almost sideswiped us. And a bunch of crazy ass people driving around Riverbend Springs. All right, well, we have completed the fertilizing contract, and I was a little nervous there. Thought we might run out of fertilizer during that job, but no, we still have 23% left. We're gonna stop by the shop here and see if we can't perform some maintenance just to upkeep the tractor. We don't want that getting too low. All right, 349 bucks to repair this. 35 for that. Pallet fork is 7. Fertilizer spreader 13. There we go. All right, everything is fully maintained. We've got 810 bucks. Let's go ahead and accept the money from that contract. 6,290 bucks. And let's head on back to the farm. I mean, it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening here on the farm. And we need to get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. We have got to mow our grass. Let's see if that mower combo works. And then we're going to check on all the other things we got going on the farm. We're going to check on our lettuce, our goat milk. We're going to check on our small greenhouse and see what's doing. All right, there we go. Tractor is turned off. fertilizer spreader is detached. Let's go ahead and sleep the night away. Oh, look, we do have a deadwood contract, but this is the area of the map that I absolutely can't stand up in those hills. Let's go ahead and accept that contract, and then of course we'll cancel the contract, and that will reset it. All right, no more contracts to do. We are going to sleep the night away. Let's get into July. All right, here we go, the month of July. Pretty exciting. We are into the summer. And look at this, this grass is ready to be cut. We have got goat milk here. We've got 1,000 liters there and 426 there. We have no wood that's spawned, which is pretty concerning. I mean, that wood was coming out at a pretty good rate. We've got some lettuce that's spawned some more. So we have 2, 3 pallets over here. Looks like 4, 5, 6, and we probably got 3 on the other side, so that's 7, 8, 9. We got 9 pallets of lettuce. And looks like all of our other grass is ready to be mowed as well. So now is the time where we're going to test out our mowing setup. And let's see if it's something that we can use, or maybe it's something that we have to adjust. And let's go hook this mower up. And I'm wondering, maybe if we take off the front loader, I wonder if that would get some weight off of this thing. I don't know. We'll try the mower set up the way it is right now. I mean, if it doesn't work, we're just going to have to change. There we go. There is the mower. And boy, it is, I mean, it's lifting the back wheels off the ground right now. I mean, this thing is super heavy. And I just don't know if we're going to be able to work it through the grass. Fingers crossed, but I don't know. All right, here we go. Forage wagon is attached. Now there's some equipment in here that we're going to need to move. First of all, we need to get rid of this thing. And here we go. Let's just push this thing out of the way. We'll just set this over here where it was. We got to get this. Oh, geez, trees. We got to get this wood transport thing out of here. All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's drop this mower. We got to take care of something real quick. We are going to get rid of this tedder as well. Or not, it's not a tedder, it's a windrower. We're not going to need it. With the setup that we have now, there's no way we're going to need this. So I think we can hook this onto the front of the tractor. Yeah, there we go. And then let's get that wood transport trailer. We're going to hook that onto the back. We're going to take this stuff to the shop. So the windrower and the wood transport trailer, taking them back to the shop. Let's sell them, see how much money we can get for them. I mean, they've served their purpose. And now it's time for them to go. All right, here we go. The moment of truth. Let's jump out. I don't think we have enough money to repaint these things. $669. Yeah, actually we do. We can repaint this and then repair it. And then we got to sell it. And we're going to sell it for $78.12. And bam, that one's gone. The wood transport trailer, $97 to repaint it. It does not need to be repaired. So we got to go back in and sell this. That's going to be $3,642. Gone. All right, demons be gone. Get out of our lives. The two most annoying pieces of equipment that we have had on the farm so far. One is that windrower, and the second is the wood transport trailer. And I am sure in this series we are going to come across a lot more equipment that's just as annoying as those two. And honestly, you know what? I feel like we should just go buy that other mower. I feel like we should just go buy that other mower. I mean, I'm just kind of feeling like it's $13,500. We can use it. We're sure that that one's going to work. I think the one that we have is just too big for us, and I don't want to get all the way to the farm and figure out that it's too big for us, or just struggle. I'm not really into struggling. So we're gonna go buy this other mower, and we'll just end up selling the other one. We might eat a couple thousand, but that's fine. Oh, one thing we have to do is look in the used vehicle section. I always forget to do that. Still got this mower here, a forage mixer wagon. Not gonna need that. Here's a sprayer, but this does not have the width that our current one does. We've got a cultivator. This cultivator looks kind of interesting, but it requires a tractor with 350 horsepower. We definitely don't have that. It's 69% off. Oh, and this is a seeder, and this thing is 63% off. It's $65,000 even at 63% off. Look at the size of this thing. Jeez. Boy, one day we're gonna have a farm big enough to have a seeder like this. That's pretty cool. All right, let's stop screwing around. We're here to buy a mower, and this is the mower that we're gonna buy. It's the Pottinger Nova Cat 301 AMED Pro. I love this mower for two reasons. One, it's the color of McDonald's, and everybody loves McDonald's. Don't say you don't, because you're lying. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to us. So just stop it. And number two, it's the same color as our forage wagon. So we are gonna have matching equipment. Let's go ahead and buy it right now. $13,500, bam. All right, and what we're gonna do, we'll put the mower on the front of the tractor, and we're gonna go mow our grass with our forage wagon, and we'll take the other mower and we'll bring it back here and we'll sell it. And like I said, we're gonna eat a couple grand on it. That's fine. I think we're gonna make a lot of money with our silage coming up here, so we'll be able to afford eating a couple $1,000s on a mistake that we made, because that is the theme of the series. And if you've been following along with this series, you know we have to deal with the consequences of our decisions, and that's what we're doing right now. Yeah, this tractor rides a lot better with this mower attached. This mower definitely easier to maneuver around with it on the front of our tractor. I think we made a good decision here. And here is the thing about having this forage wagon hooked up to our tractor when we're mowing this grass. It only picks up what you mow in a straight line. So when we go around the corners and when we make turns, it's going to leave some grass out there, so we're going to have to go back over that, which is fine. Now we're going to have to come back and pick that mower up. We'll save this little grass field over here for the end. Let's go ahead and turn on the mower. Let's lower the mower, and here we go. I mean, this is pretty exciting. We're just going to kind of go in a straight line here, and there it is. You can see right there the forage wagon is picking up everything. And this is a great time to think about buying a plow and turning this little roadway thing to our left. Think about turning that into, you know, this field, and we can just plow all that stuff at some point, plant some grass seed, and just make this one big grass field. Now, we didn't put silage additive in the forage wagon because honestly we don't need it. The silage silo does not require this grass to have silage additive in it, so we upgraded the forage wagon to have a silage tank, or a silage additive tank, but we're not going to use it. So again, we wasted some money there. I think it was around $1,500 or so to upgrade this forage wagon, but that's fine. You live and you learn. And we're going to try to not make that mistake again. Although, I can't make any promises. All right, we got to watch these little road signs. I mean, they're on our property. So we're just going to have to go around them. And from the looks of it right now, I mean, we're 65% full on this forage wagon. It doesn't seem to hold a lot of grass. feel like at some point after we upgrade our tractor, we're going to have to upgrade our forage wagon here. But it should be a simple process. We're just scooping up this grass, and once this is full, we go dump it in the silo, and we keep doing that until all the grass is done. All right, well, I'll tell you what, I don't know if we can do any better than that. We've gotten pretty much all the grass, and it's in the forage wagon. It is in the forage silo, and I think we're done. And it's just as time consuming as mowing it, windrowing it, baling it, wrapping it. But it's definitely easier in terms of, like, we don't have to windrow it, and that by itself is just a pain in the ass. So we're definitely saving some time here. There are some drawbacks, but I tell you that one of the biggest positives here is you can empty out all of the grass from the trailer, so you don't have to have grass. Like, there's unused grass that's just sitting in a baler at the end of a job like this. So we were also able to go up on the hill. We really cleaned up these fields and got into some nooks and crannies, and I think we are gonna have a really, really nice payday. I don't know where we're gonna stick this this wagon and the mower. I would imagine, let's just try and put the mower up here by this tree. There we go, dropping the mower off there, and maybe we could put the forage wagon, maybe we'll just sit it up here off to the side. All right, there we go. Everything is disconnected, and that's it. So now it's the same thing as having bales that are wrapped. We just have to wait. So we have to sleep until the second day in July, and then wait until about midday. And at that point, the grass that's in the silage silo should have turned into silage. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and hook up this mower. We're gonna take it back. We're gonna sell this. See how much money we can get for it. And then we are going to check on our small greenhouse. We'll see how that's doing. And then we will also take a look at the silage silo, and we'll see how that's doing. This whole process is new for us, so it's a lot to figure out here in this episode. But yeah, really exciting. And then I don't know, we have an option. We could start doing some contracts, making some extra money, or we could just skip the contracts and sleep, and we get that grass or silage out of the silo, go sell it, make some money. And at that point, one of the things we wanted to do in this episode was upgrade our tractor. All right, here we go. Let's get rid of this mower. We can repaint it and doesn't need to be repaired. And let's go ahead and sell it. $13,080, so we're losing about $920 on that, which is fine. So it is sold now, $16,841 in the bank. I tell you what, since we're gonna upgrade our tractor at some point, let's go ahead and see how much it would cost to repaint it and repair it. A repaint $9,300, a repair $257. Let's take care of the repair right now. If we were to sell it right now, $25,429. So we definitely got our use out of it, but I don't know, we'd probably only get about $35,000 if we sold it after repaint. I tell you what, we're gonna have to do it anyway. Let's just go ahead and repaint it now. All right, there we go. We repainted, excuse me, sir. Well, this looks like a tough guy right there. He is strutting his stuff around. Wow. Okay, Mr. Tough Guy. It's the toughest guy in Riverbend Springs right there. I tell you what. All right, well, yeah, there we go. $35,659 is what we're gonna get if we sell it. Now, we're not gonna sell it right now because we just don't have the money. But as soon as we get some money from our silage, we are going to buy a different tractor. So we'll either upgrade to the bigger John Deere with 175 horsepower, or we're going to get the, I think it's a Deutz Fahr tractor, and that's got 230 horsepower, and then we'll have to get like a skid loader. It really all depends on how much money we make. Oh, are you serious? Come on, dude. Get out of the way. I'm really starting to hate this thing. I mean, leave it in the comments down below. You guys hate this thing? I mean, I had one comment that that they didn't know how to use the ferry, or they didn't know that they could use the ferry, and I thought that was pretty funny because I only figured it out because I saw somebody's video and they were using the ferry, and that's when I started using the ferry. And tell you what, I don't want to use the ferry if this guy's lugging this thing around all the time, holding us up. I don't even know what's on that thing. Probably a bunch of nuclear waste or some top secret crap like that running around Riverbend Springs. I mean, it's probably an environmental hazard. Just saying. Tell you what, we got 2 baling contracts. I mean, this is going to pay us about $6,000 combined. We might have to do these. We also have a new deadwood contract. We've been in that area before. It's an easy $1,000. We might have to do those contracts before we get into the next day. I mean, I don't think we can turn down $8,000. All right, we're gonna go do those baling jobs and the deadwood. It's gonna make us about $8,000, and I think at that point we'll come back here, we'll sleep. Let's take a look though at the small fruit greenhouse. Since we put some more seeds in it and we switched it over to peas, as you can see, the seeds are out again. The solid fertilizer is out, and we have about 13,000 liters of peas. So, I mean, roughly, it's going about the same rate as the spinach, but peas are worth a hell of a lot more. I mean, you can see here, peas, and we're kind of at a flat spot for peas right now, but $3,200 at the canning factory. Farmer's market's $31.91, and right now we've got 13,000 liters. I mean, if I'm doing the math correctly, that's going to be between $40,000 and $50,000 in peas. All right, it's a showdown with the mail truck. Stalemate. It's a stare down. All right, we'll let him go by this time. Better watch yourself, mail guy. Oh shoot, he called for backup. Look at that. Oh my God, let's get the hell out of here before the mail guy kicks our ass. All right, back on the farm, we have completed the baling contract. We also did that deadwood contract, and now comes the most difficult part, where we have to back the baler up into its little spot here. Not an easy task. All right, there we go. Baler is parked, and wouldn't you know it, I collected all the money from those contracts, and look, there's a cultivating, there's a deadwood, fertilizing. I'm not too worried about this fertilizing contract. It's only 441 bucks. This deadwood contract is again in an area of the map that I hate. I just don't like doing deadwood contracts in this area. But the cultivating, I feel like we could do that, 2,760 bucks, and I don't see any other contracts that we can do. And the one thing that we have to ask ourselves is, will this forage harvester act as a trailer that we can use to get the silage out of the silo? And I'm really not sure, because if we can't, we're going to have to buy a trailer before we can get that silage out. So we're going to test it right now. Hopefully this works. All right, we do have the option to start filling it. Grass, okay, good. Now, as you can see, 200,000 liters of grass we put in there, and only 15,000 liters are ready for silage. So it is going to take a minute for all that stuff to turn. I wonder if this trailer could be used over here for this greenhouse. Let's see. I mean, after all, this is a trailer. I just don't know if it can hold anything other than silage and grass and stuff. All right, looks like I don't have the option to fill this thing over here, so we are going to need a trailer. So I tell you what we're going to do. We have got to move this episode along. It's halfway through the day on July 1st. I am not going to do any more of those contracts. We're going to park this, let's just park this thing right here, shall we? And we're going to park our tractor right here. Let's go ahead and turn it off. We're going to hop out and let's go up to our tent. Let's sleep until the next day. Here we go. A good night's sleep. That's what everyone needs. All right, here we go. The second day in July. It is a beautiful day out here. Partly cloudy skies are upon us. And let's go ahead and check on the silage. All right, as you can see, it's about halfway done. Got 107 liters of grass still in there and 108 liters of silage. All right, we're gonna hop in our tractor. We're gonna go get our trailer. And I tell you what, I don't think this thing can hold 108 liters. It's gonna take a few trips. So we're gonna go ahead and hook this thing up and we're gonna start filling it up. I'm really not sure how much this thing can hold, but I'd imagine with the amount of times we had to go fill up the silo, it's probably going to take us about 10 trips to get all this silage out and sold. All right, here we go. Filling it up with silage. All right, it can hold 16,000 liters of silage. And I'll tell you what, we're going to have to make like, I don't know, 13, 14 trips to get all of this silage sold. Let's see how much one trailer load is worth. That'll kind of give us an idea of what we're working with. I'm pretty sure the silage can go over here. All right, moment of truth. One trailer load of silage going into the farmer's market. And you gotta wonder, what the hell is the farmer's market do with a bunch of silage? All right, about $6,000 per trailer load. Now, if we have about 15 trailer loads, it's going to be about $90,000, which is pretty much the same price that we would have gotten from the silage bales. It's just a different type of process. All right, here we go. We can come on down this hill. Well, this is going to take a minute. And I tell you what, I can't think of a better way to end the episode than by us hauling a bunch of silage over to the farmer's market and selling it. And in the next episode, we are going to come back and have a big old bank account because all this silage is going to be sold. And then we're going to be ready to purchase a trailer and upgrade our tractor. Now the goal was to upgrade the tractor in this episode, but obviously that's not going to happen. So we will do that right at the beginning of the next episode. We'll get a trailer, we'll upgrade our tractor, and then we're going to sell our peas. And that is pretty exciting. So I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for all the love and support on the channel. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit the like button, leave the comments, do all the things you got to do. You know what you got to do, just go ahead and do it. What the hell are you waiting for? But most importantly, thank you guys for letting me be a part of your day. It means a lot. And we are going to see you right back here in the next video.